Hey everyone, it's Chris with A Bells and all is well. Hope you're doing good on this Friday. Haven't been posting a lot. Just been a lot of, to be honest, work. Been going back to the office. Year ends for analysts are pretty brutal, so it's been pretty crazy. Not a lot going on the dealer front. Just have like I've kind of expected to see. With the announcement by Swatch Group, we're seeing a lot of Omegas in the secondary market. I mean, if you think about where the retail rates are now for some of these Omegas, it's vastly different than what we're seeing in the secondary market. So, for example, this watch I have for sale currently, it retails now at Omega at the boutique for $7,300 plus tax. And I have one brand new in the box, never been worn, August 25, a warranty card for much less than that. So it's out on the platforms. If you look for me at 8 Wells Watch Company, I'm on Insta, eBay, Watch Seek, a bunch of other forums, sales platforms. But if you're looking for this watch, hit me up. That's always just a suggested price. I'm always willing to negotiate. But again, these watches are really pushing the limits, at least on the retail side. So that's pretty much it. I think I got a Dark Side of the Moon. I got another Omega coming in. Seems again, a lot of Omegas coming into the market. People looking to capitalize or trading in their watches ahead of any particular or anticipated Rolex price increase on the retail side. And I think the impact on the retail side for Rolex is going to be a lot less because, as we know, there's not a lot of, at least for us, the normal people, there's not a lot of volume there for prices or inventory for Rolexes on the retail side of the house. And how that affects the secondary market is that if there's a price increase, usually in the Rolex side of the house, there's going to be, in the retail side of the house, there's going to be an increase in the secondary market. So we'll just have to wait and see. So what I have been doing is posting actually my TikToks up on to YouTube. If you're not doing that, do that. I get a lot of views and clicks and shares, especially when I'm like reviewing stuff or looking at stuff. Um, the dealer stuff is fine too, but a lot of engagement there. If you're not doing that, do that. Start a channel and start doing that. But I've been doing this, like having the fun with. I know like John and Joe, who are also on here, part of our group here. They have YouTube channels, and I watch them all the time. They're really good. But again, if you're not doing that, I would recommend doing that. Highly recommend doing that. Anyway, um, part of that is doing these. A lot of the feedback I get from there is doing these like, Mil-Spec watches that I don't think get a lot of love. I did a whole series of those. Talk about some German watch brands and all that kind of stuff. So what I thought I'd do is kind of fun, take a spin of that, of the three watches under $1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20, that have like a Mil-Spec twist to them, or a military type twist to them. So I thought, hey, it might be fun. I like doing that. I like doing that kind of stuff. So without further ado, here's the first one. Let me put up. And this comes from Island Watch Company, which if you're not following Island Watch Company, you should mark there. The guy who has a YouTube channel, he's on here. Good group of guys. There's another guy, his name escapes me at the moment, but I really enjoy his content and really his explanations of stuff, especially what's going on in the marketplace. But this is the first watch I picked. It's a field watch. So just so you know, the motif is going to be land, sea, air. This is the land watch, of course, and it's a called the Islander Mitchell Automatic Field Watch. Stainless steel, has a screw down crown, which is nice. 39 millimeters, which is a good size. 20 millimeter lug width. Has anti-reflective sapphire glass, which is good. Not all of them have that. Very familiar shape, very familiar. And again, I've talked about this before. And the reason why they all kind of look the same is not because they're homages. It's because the Mil-Spec, or the military specifications that the government's required to have, made sure that a lot of these watches look the same because that's what the government wanted. This comes on these cool black nylon with the leather underneath strap. I like those straps a lot. I use them quite frequently. It has an automatic Seiko 4R36 movement, which is a great rock solid movement. The only difference here is the date window. Not a lot of field watches have that. If you think of the Bulova or even some of the Hamiltons, they really don't have that. I'm pretty sure there's a version of the Islander watch that doesn't have a date window, but this one does, and I like the date. This one will set you back $229. It's a bargain at that price. So with these specs, there's a lot more. There's a lot of other brands that charge a lot more money for the same specs. Trying to do these in cost order. The next one is kind of a new brand, Foibos. This is the Foibos Wavemaster 300M stainless steel. Obviously a screw down crown. This one's a little bit bigger because it's a dive watch with the bezel, 42 millimeter, with a 22 millimeter lug width. There does have anti-reflective coating on the sapphire glass. Comes on that FKM with the logo. You can kind of see the logo up there. Rubber band. Seiko NH35A movement in here. This one does have the date window at the 6 o'clock, which I like. Again, maybe I'm showing my hand here, but I don't mind a date window. I have watches that don't have a date window, but I always seem to feel like, oh, I get more because I have a date window. This watch will set you back $299. So that's the field watch. We have the Islander, we have the Foibos Sea Watch, and now for the Air Watch. This is one of the watch brands I featured in my series. It's a Lacoste Pilot's watch. This is actually a quartz watch, and this is the Lacoste Gen F2 D40. It's a 40 millimeter watch. It's a pilot's watch. I guess has all the hallmarks of a typical pilot watch. The hands, the big dial, the numerals, lume on everything in the dial for sure. This one is kind of different. You can get it with no AR coating on the crystal. It does have a sapphire crystal, or you can order it with dual side, meaning AR coating on both sides of the sapphire crystal. It adds another $60. So I went with that option. A stainless steel 40 millimeter quartz Swiss Ronda movement. So this is a quartz watch. Again, quartz automatic don't really make any difference to me. It's made for accuracy, and again, it has all the military aspects of it are right on the money. This one again has a date window at the bottom at the 6, which again I don't mind. So all three of these watches together, now it doesn't include tax and shipping and all that kind of fun stuff, under $1,000, $958, and that's with the dual AR actinic reflective coating on the sapphire crystal for the Lacoste on the quartz. All good watches, all good specifications, all Mil-Spec quality for great prices. And if you want your ultimate 3-watch military spec collection under $1,000, it's right here. So let me know if you enjoyed this. I'm going to keep going. The next one I think will be either a $3,000 or $5,000 level, probably a $3,000 level. More to come on this. And again, hope you all are doing good, and I will see you soon.